So guys, with update 5.0, it's completely changed the game, as you would expect with modern units. The entire progression has changed because of these modern units, and I'm just going to explain why just now. So, before, 7.2's not too hard to get. The bullets for them 200s, you'd get them pretty easily, and as you can see on this account, wrong button, that I can manage 3 200s, and I was like halfway to my fourth plus Air Force. I've got one there and I was halfway to my second, so it wasn't that bad to get 200s and all that. But the main thing was the officers. So the officers would make or break a unit. Maxed officers versus non-maxed officers is a ginormous leap. At least that was the biggest difference in patches before 5.0. So you would see people saving up all their gold and spending it on the officer wheel every 2 weeks when it opens, so they can get these officers which would make the most difference first. But I believe this has now changed. So there'll be a lot of events that will be giving officer statues, like the Raven bunkers, the minesweeping event. I think that's obsolete now, because the only thing really worth it in there now is the resources, but you're spending energy on all of that for, I think it's 14 officer statues, which is now not the focus because of these modern units. I think the game switched from trying to get all of the officers done as fast as possible into literally just trying to get one unit done as fast as possible, because all you're going to have really is 3 modern units, and trying to get these up to as high as possible, as quick as possible. As if I have this unit, if I get this to 9.2, all of my other 7.2s not going to do anything against it, so you may as well have one unit you can buff up to the max, at least as high as possible, and forget about the others until you can progress on to the next one. The only problem is with that is there's 3 camps, so likely you're going to have one not upgraded modern unit, if that makes sense. So if I change this howitzer to a modern one, it would be staying at level 200. It won't be upgrading into the next tier modern unit, because I won't be putting the resources into it until this is 9.2. So once this is 9.2, by upgrading all of these enhancements, or upgrading the modules to 100%, and then I would make it to 8.5, and then I'd have to repeat this process to make it to 9-star, repeat again to 9.1, and again to 9.2, and overall that will cost you 100 prototype pieces. I think it's 288 components, 1.7 million bullets, 516,000 components, and 1.7 billion arms XP. Okay, so that's a huge amount of resources you're going to be putting into one single tank to make it as strong as possible, and that's why the meta is changing. Okay, so for gold input, instead of using it on the wheel, we are now, so obviously these modern units don't come into the game pass until I think it's 180 days. And then 9-star, 9.1, 9.2 don't come until at least 300 days, if I believe that's correct. So what you're going to be doing is working on, I think, 2 or 4 officers that you want to keep, and use on the, it might be 6 because Air Force, but still you'd likely only have 1 land unit that's at maximum, which you would need units for, and 1 Air Force unit you'd need officers for, sorry. So say 4 officers, you're going to get 4 officers to maximum, 2 of which you can get for free, which is War Machine Spanner. They're a really good combo on a tank already, so that's perfect for 3 players. You've got your tank officers already, and if you don't, you'll get them naturally as you progress up to your 9.2. And all of your gold's going to go into VIP. Scratch the wheel, scratch all of that, because increasing VIP 14, you get 3 officer statues per day. And then if you go into the VIP store, as we see, the most important things now are these refined components. You can see here, I think it starts at VIP 8 or 10 or something like that, but okay, we're back. My game just crashed for some reason, but as I was saying, we're going to be putting all of our gold into the VIP because of these components in here you can buy. You can only get 2 of the land ones every week and 1 of the Air Force one every week. That's at VIP 10, 8 or 10, I believe. But if we scroll down, we can see at VIP 17 and 18, we're going to get more available. So at this point, we need to get VIP 18. All of the gold that people have been spending on the officer wheel, we could have been VIP 18 already, but we did not know this was happening, right? So, putting all of our gold into VIP 18 will not only make us progress faster through our modern units, also give us the daily benefits of whatever VIP 18 gives. The importance of that is just hitting 9.2 unit fast as possible to be able to go on to the next unit. And I think by that time you'd be pretty much progressed through maybe another officer just by getting daily chests and free things. So I think the shift from officers into units is the biggest update of 5.0, and the whole progression system and what to focus on has changed. Like I said, focusing on the minesweepers and doing that, saving up for that event has changed as well, because if we look into the Theatre of Conquest and missions, we can scroll down and see, not these ones, earn alliance repute. Okay, mine is absolutely tiny. I'm waiting for higher level ravens to come out, but as you can see, at 15,000 we get 2 components. 20,000, another 2. 25, another 2. 30, 2 Air Force ones. 35, we get 4 ground units, 4 ground refined components and 10 statues, that's nice. And 40,000 we get 3 Air Force and 10 statues again. So if we keep saving our energy for every level 4 event that comes along, and hit this 40,000 alliance repute, not only are you getting universal statues for the next unit you want if you've already maxed 2 officers, you're getting enough components to at least progress decently through the next tier. I know it's not enough, but you really need to save up this energy now to hit these points, otherwise you're going to fall levels and levels and levels behind other people because they're hitting these targets and you're not. You don't even have to farm them yourself. You can see with this one, bunker, I can join this group with my tank and go offline and then just collect them later. You don't have to do them yourselves, you just need the energy to collect it. And I think that's the main shift of this game, is saving up for this event, at least energy wise. You don't have to save up your resources for it, you don't have to upgrade anything, you just have to collect resources and in the event, in the level 4 event, to get repute, plus spend energy to hit these. And I think that's going to be the biggest way to progress without spending so much now. So just saving all of your energy until the level 4 and then dumping it all until you hit that milestone, and then saving it up until the next one and repeat. I think that is going to be the new meta. The second thing is building wise, because we're not going to have as many units, or at least resources for many units, so you don't need more than 1 or 2 barracks. Now I've got 3 because I had 3 200s. I was going to work on my 4th, but now no. The fortified wall has come out, so all buildings hitting level 32 I don't think you need to do anymore, unless adds another a wall, I don't know. But this fortified wall here, absolutely perfect, because what does it give? If you go into the info, gives more durability, damage resist percentage, which is amazing, and damage resist versus bombers, which is also amazing. So this fortified wall is going to help you keep up your base defense with these modern units, and if you don't do it, your base is just going to be like paper basically. For free players, I guess you could just disregard it and go keep doing your mines and something until like this is your final upgrade, because your base is going to be paper anyway, and you want to be running around with light tanks as like picking off reserves and that lot, picking up the scraps and what you can do. So your base isn't going to be that important anyway. But for spenders, or moderate spenders, this fortified wall is going to be like a huge difference. Yes, well, on this account, I'm going to disregard everything else. I've got one hangar at 32. I only need one barracks at 32 at the moment, and just go into this one. I don't need anything else. My resources I get elsewhere, mainly from the campaign store. Although I do need to start buying the bullets again. Or like what I normally do is save up my campaign resources. Where's my thing? As you can see, I've got 93,000. I normally save them until the end of Battle Honours, and then say if I need resources, I'll just buy whatever resources I need, and then spend the remaining on the bullets at the end of the event. Although I think the Battle Honours event is kind of obsolete now as well, because 50-something statues to hold off on an upgrade when you get the gold at any time else is kind of just like worthless, saving up every 2 weeks now because of Battle Honours. You'd only get 50 statues for that week, but you won't have the unit for them. So you may as well get all the gold as fast as possible to get to the higher VIP level by just upgrading on the correct day, just not the Battle Honours event. And I think that's it for progression wise. So you've just shifted from officers into units again. So do whatever you can to get your 9.2 units and save all your energy for level 4s. I'll see you again soon.